So I have this business idea. It's a device that'll take the household electricity, the thing that you get into your house, which is actually coal power most of the time, and it'll make sure that of the electricity that you receive, the number is in your preset preferences for different renewable power sources. In other words, you set to the machine like 15% wind and 15% solar, and what you don't set in this case would be the rest of it, the 7%, would be coal power. The machine would allow you to adjust your household electricity so that it is as much or as little renewable as you would prefer it to be. It would be remarkably easy to build, relatively speaking, and to maintain also, relatively speaking. And instead of just making your household electricity completely one or something else, it would allow you to customize it. And that is about the size of it. I would be looking for around 25,000 for 49% of the company. And I have some ideas of how too much renewable from any one different category would be harmful. So my primary customer base would be people who want to experiment with renewable powers but don't yet know how they feel about it. So that's basically all. And I will be able to get this product to the market in a few years without assistance, but with 25,000 and 49%, I would be able to get this product to market in around perhaps a few months. This is where I would cut the presentation, but let me talk some more because this is kind of private. Since too much solar power makes you smell, too much wind makes you loud, too much water makes you femininely unstable, this would be mostly used by people who know what percentage their targeted company or targeted faction already uses. So if they want to have the same power as the Kenyan state, they would be 51% GEO and the rest would be whatever. It would not be possible for a normal electrical contract to give you a percentage of specific power. The machine would be simple. It would have a input for every different kind of power, and it would have a switch which alterates between the types of power presented at the percentage that the user would prefer. It would be relatively easy to build. The biggest obstacle would be in having multiple power companies working towards the same home, but with perhaps some explanation to power companies as to what the person is trying to do, this would be doable. So it would require that you do multiple power contracts, but all those contracts would actually be handled by the corporation that sells the switch to the wall. So at the end of the day, it would be easy for the individual consumer to manage the device. For example, I would never go above 49% in wind for a private home. The downsides of having such a power source in more than 51% is abundant. The complaints about the noise are only the tip of the iceberg. Over a long period of time, the instability of that power source in powering a private home will tell to the problems associated with the power source. So it isn't much. I'm asking for 25,000 to build a machine, the prototype, get all the laws, the permits and everything else in place, and attempt for a few test customers. If the system would be more designed by me, I would ask for more and give less. But this is about the size of it. So based on discussions with potential customers, there would be an interest. It wouldn't be a sizable one, and I would sell the company as soon as it is clear that I could make enough by selling it. So I would maintain a majority control because I don't want my invention to slip out of my hands, at least not yet. But I would be willing to give up to 49% of my control. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say in this first presentation about this idea. I would like to thank Masters of the World Geopolitical Simulator for some background information and assistance with the idea. It would in essence be a new type of fuse box. What is life without a little risk? can think of anything else to say. That is the idea in its shortness. A new type of fuse box that will allow you to set how much per source would be channeled into the end product, which is designed to be sold by a company that will make sure that you are set so that you can actually buy different types of electricities for the end result, making sure that your house is powered only by as much or as little renewables as you feel appropriate, making it possible for you to test what it is like to have 51% of, say, wind, making you a loud producer or consumer. That's it.